Okay guys, we got that fox taken care of, and now I'm going to show you the remake. We did the same thing on that set back there. We had the trap here, right in front of the set, right in front of the dirt hole. Our typical, 8-9 inches back and 3 inches offset, which is good for coyotes. I've been finding myself, now that I've been getting these fox, moving everything up rather than doing 9 inches. I've been doing more like 6, 7. That's what we got that coyote in yesterday too, so it's been working. But anyways, now rather than the trap being here, it's off to the side here, and that's the same thing we did on this set. Here's the den entrance. I'm going to clean that out in a minute. And the trap I had bedded right here, right where the cable goes into the ground. Yesterday I put it here, day before, and obviously it worked perfect. They were being real shy of the set. They would not approach it. I used minimal backing, trying not to scare them, but they just wouldn't commit to the front of the set. So we're just going to remake it same way, right off to the side here. And I'm going to see if I can get this camera to balance here. It's going to kind of be a pain in the ass. I think we can get it here. Okay, I think that should work. Here's where the set's gonna be. Yep, okay. I'm gonna go grab my gloves and we'll get going here. Okay, it's really important to be scent free. I only wear these gloves when I'm touching my traps. I never bait with gloves on or anything. Alright, so what we're going to do, first thing, I guess, and I should do this without my gloves on, we're going to try and get rid of some of this blood in the catch area. I don't know if it makes a huge difference, but it seems to be a consensus that you don't want a lot of blood and everything around your set. So we're going to clean that off. I should have a separate set of gloves just for this. Okay, that should be good. There isn't too much blood. After I dispatch, I grab the animal out of the trap immediately and get him out of the catch area to try and prevent as much blood as I can. He's got a bunch of grass knocked down in this den entrance, so we're going to open it back up. Make it look like it's being used or has been recently used. Here's our Minnesota brand Predator Bait Plus that we use. We'll shove that right back down in there. Okay, you see we got a little blood on the trap. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to take some of this grass and weeds and get some of it off. Since we're not going to replace the trap, you don't have to be crazy about it because, the scents here, we could clean up this blood as much as we possibly could and they're still going to smell it. This is a 4-coil. He's got the spring pulled out. It should be laying right in here, so we're just going to get that spring back where it should be. Alright, we're going to check the trap. Being a small animal as a gray fox is, I'm sure he didn't mess it up any. So we'll set it here, check it out. Night latch looks good. The pan's laying pretty level. It's up a little bit, but not too bad. This is our polyfill that we use for under our pan. We're just going to get that back under there. Again, the gray fox's scent is all over this set, so we don't really have to worry too much about replacing the polyfill or anything like that. It's the scent's already here. Alright, so we're going to use the same trap bed, and I'm just going to lay this in here first, and it looks perfect. It looks nice and set, level. Now we've got our peat moss. Sure, most of you know you want to use peat moss to prevent freezing. I was not informed and had to learn the hard way. You need to dry this stuff before you use it. If you don't, it'll freeze right around your trap, and your trap will be ineffective. We're going to dig a little trench for the chain to come in here. Always check your J-hooks. Make sure they're not opened up, and they're not, they're good. On these Duke number 4s, they got this goofy center locator. It lays the nicest when you lay it down to 45 to the front of the trap. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to angle the dog away from where the animal should be approaching. And then we're going to push down on all 4 corners and make sure the trap's bedded solidly. I've got a little movement on this jaw, not too much. Should be able to. Alright, there. That's absolutely perfect. We're going to get this chain laying down here and get it buried. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to, as lightly as we can, cover our trap with the peat moss. Make sure you get the levers. If your trap's going to freeze in, the levers is where it's going to be. So we're just going to sift this, run it through the sifter. It's a little chunky. You run it through the sifter, it gets a nice powdery covering. We're going to come in here with the back of our hand and just ever so lightly cover it in. That looks perfect. We're going to pour the rest of our peat moss back into our little coffee can. Now we're going to take some of this sand right from the catch site. You know, you're keeping all the smells right here. And just as lightly as you possibly can, cover that peat moss. That's it. That's all better it needs to be. We're going to even this out where the chain was. Maybe pack it in a little bit so the chain doesn't pop up. I had some blocking, like I was trying to get the animal to come in from the front. So we're just going to replace that here. Just get some of these pine sticks. And you don't want too much. Too much will scare them. Too much they'll get nervous and back right out. So we're going to do it just like that. I'm going to smooth out the approach from the front. And I've been taking just a little bit of grass and some pine needles and covering the trap up. Just enough to kind of make it look like it hasn't been disturbed. Alright, I'm going to pick this camera up. Let me get my scent-free gloves off. Okay, there is our, how are you? There's our finished product. Sorry, I've got the camera on the face me angle, so it's pretty goofy. We've got the front of the den entrance. It's facing my finger right now, and then our trap is right here. Perfect side approach. We're gonna move that stick there. We'll see how this looks. I think that looks perfect. It looks like, you know what though? We've got some blood on this stick here. We're going to ditch it. I think we're going to leave it no blocking. That's the way we had it the other day. So we're just going to leave it be right the way it was. We're going to fix this set a little bit. Looks like he investigated it. The blocking was down over the dirt hole. Okay, we're done. Sorry the video's so long. I guess you can't rush perfection. But there's our finished product. And hopefully it'll produce for us again. Alright. We'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy.